Hey, it's Sunday, playing some more Pillars of Eternity. Probably gonna be finishing this today, at least that's what I'm expecting, because last time I beat all the dragons, I did almost every single one of my side quests. Yeah, I couldn't finish this. This is bugged, so that's basically completed. And these two, no idea where to find this or these, so I'm just gonna leave that be. And I'm just gonna go and meet my nemesis Thaos here on the Burial Isle. So let's go. Oh, it's already starting something.
Do you remember when we were children?
Hey
And the
Aiden, welcome.
missionaries came to tell us about the gods. They told us we could see them in the stars.
This is the tortured lady.
And we snuck out one night and climbed the watchtower in the old fort because we thought we could see them better from up there.
Nice.
That fort burned down a few years ago when we cast the missionaries out. It was the missionaries who set fire to it. They didn't want us to be able to use it. Shame. There was history in that fort.
Well, I'm almost 100% sure it should be the last episode because there's not much to do. I think this is the last area, so I think I'm just gonna catch up to my enemy, beat him up, or maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll talk it out, who knows. But I plan to play this today until it's done, so yeah, hopefully it won't take like 5 hours or something. I'm expecting maybe up to 2 hours it could take, we'll see. Let's say I miss those days. It was an exciting time, everything full of promise. She looks at you. This is your home as much as it is mine. Do you worry about it? So this is like our friend from one of our past lives, maybe? It's been through worse. I try to remind myself of that. It's nice to have the reinforcement. I miscalculated many
things since
Speak.
this began.
Sure.
I'm relieved you weren't one of them. It's a good thing we didn't hang you.
What?
I always knew this path would have consequences, but I never wanted to see Kratom suffer on my behalf. I don't think I can stay here any longer. I am told the Inquisition is gathering an army, that they have sent messengers to bargain with rulers from distant lands. Kratom is not built to withstand a siege. If war is coming, I should be doing what Thaos is doing. I will need allies. Allies on a stronghold that can resist an invading army.
You can feel words formed long ago rising in your throat like a toxic black bile. Have you thought about Oceanus?
Oceanus. They have held off many would-be invaders, and their king has no love of the Inquisition's faith. I wonder, would he listen?
I have no idea who that is, but okay, we'll learn. Alright, so nothing to do here. What happened? Kind of like spirits came right into me. Alright, let's fight. How are you doing, by the way? Do you have a nice weekend? Oh, there's one right here. I'm gonna leave it to them. I think they're strong enough now to just deal with everything without my help, without my orders. We'll see. Take everything. Ooh. Flowers, berries. I'm pretty excited to finish this. I wanted to check when I actually started, but I can't remember. I forgot to. I forgot to check it out. But I wonder, when was the first part of this Pillars of Eternity playthrough? It must have been so long ago. I think it was like a third game I streamed or something.
Leave it to me.
And it's still going strong. You take this stuff. Oh, we're still fighting. My bad. Okay, there's a door here. I'll check it out. Now, this place doesn't seem like it's too big. I'll probably be done exploring it pretty quickly too. We're supposed to jump into some hole or something. Gathering spirits all around the place. For whatever reason. gold. Probably shouldn't be stealing from the dead, but what can they use it for? Who am I fighting? Oh. Okay, so he just saw dead people. Come on, guys, stop moving around and just kill the spirit. Oh, it's dead? Who got it? Doesn't matter. Yeah, take those. No idea what they're for, but take those. Nothing here.
Leave it to me. That's it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch. You're strong, guys. You beat every dragon in the game. You can take care of a few spirits by yourselves. I know that these are magic guys, so you should die. Good. Okay, this seems like a pathway maybe we should take. Nothing here. I'm just gonna loot all these corpses. I mean, I don't really believe in having dead bodies, like keeping stuff. What could they use it for? They're dead. So, yeah. There's like reincarnation here, so I don't know if that makes it like more useless keeping stuff after you die, since you know you're gonna be resurrected in some other body and you can't keep those things, or if it makes more sense to keep them because your soul needs those. Not sure. There's more and more people being burned around here. Who the hell? Okay. And we can hear people screaming. That's nice.
Not getting through.
Yeah, take care of these, Oh, it died. Good. Who the hell is so strong out of our people? We're just, like, destroying them. Okay. Over here, nothing. I'm probably gonna take those stairs up there. And this goes down. Is this just like a shortcut? You've entered through a doorway into a dim passage. The air is still and musty. Light filters through the collapsed ceiling. A wall of piled stones and rubble blocks the way ahead. Clear the rubble with the pry bar. You wedge your pry bar against the large stone and put all your weight into it. Your efforts dislodge the Baldur and it rolls free with a heavy groan. Other slabs and chunks of debris break away. The massive pile creaks and rumbles, finally tumbling harmlessly away from you down the passage. Light breaks into the tunnel up ahead, growing brighter as you continue. Soon the passage ends, opening up on the shores of the Burial Isle. Yeah, so it's just a shortcut that I could have taken. Fine. Look at all these. That's Thaos, isn't it? I see the mask. Yeah.
Another turn, Inquisitor.
Thaos signals some unseen attendant standing beside a large crank.
I ask again, Jovara Ixensios, do you confess to these heresies of which you stand accused?
He waits, but Jovara only stares straight ahead, her face stony, the creak of her restraints the only sound.
Do you confess to apostasy?
Apostasy?
I confess to renouncing a mistake.
She opens her mouth to speak, strands of thin spittle spanning from one lip to the other like a spider's threads.
Do you confess to conspiracy against the one true faith?
I confess to opening minds.
Yeah, she doesn't confess.
Do you confess to false prophecy?
I confess to following a false prophet.
Indeed. And where might we find this heretic?
It's you.
He wears the robes of a Grand Inquisitor.
Right?
You have no followers here, heretic. Your lies hold no sway in the court of the penitents.
Only my truth, then.
Another turn.
No! Wait! Wait! I'm ready. I'm ready.
You are ready to give a confession?
I'm ready to hear one from you.
Oh, she's sassy. Thaos shakes his head and points at the Inquisitor, and the scraping grind of rusted gears echoes in your mind as the apparitions fade away. And she didn't give in, that's cool. Alright, great. It's kind of weird because I don't really know who she is.
Let me know if it's safe.
Okay, so we're just jumping down the hole, that's what we do. Cool. After a long time I visited Salash and bought brinza, and tonight I'm gonna make homemade brinza. Oh, good. Alright, well that's a great dinner. A heavy one. Great. Yeah, I don't think I ever ate it as dinner. It's usually a lunch. I don't really differentiate between that. It doesn't matter to me if I eat stuff for breakfast, dinner, or lunch. Doesn't really matter. But I don't think I ate haloshki as a dinner. Seems heavy. I don't judge. Eat it. Enjoy it. It's great. I haven't been to one like in a long time to that. I don't know how to translate it. Probably Salash. Well, it's just where people tend to the sheep. The great pit lies in the shadow of the statue of Woodika. No light from the surface reaches the bottom, but even so you catch flickers of a ghostly glow in the depths. A wind from the pit buffets you. It isn't cold, but it raises goose flesh along your arms. Raises goose flesh along your arms. Okay, that's how you say it? Goose flesh? I don't think I've heard... I heard goosebumps, but not goose flesh. The wind carries a whisper, low and sibilant. As you look into the pit, souls gather around you. They encase you in a cloud of essence that swirls around your body while you consider your next move. Jump into the pit. It's that easy. You jump, trusting in the promises of the gods and the power of the souls to bear you safely down. The sudden drop takes your breath away, but the souls catch you, encasing you in a shining, thrumming aura. But while they slow your descent, you can still feel that you are falling faster than you should. The essence flowing around you is strong but chaotic. You find yourself drifting toward the wall. Mind the wall. That'll leave all kinds of marks. Athletics. Flip directing yourself back to the center of the pit. You steer yourself to the safety of open space. You manage to spread your arms and legs into an X, steadying your position and the rate of your descent. You start to feel more comfortable until you notice that Durance is still falling too fast. Durance plummets, flailing out of control. You could attempt the rescue, but the ground is approaching fast. It will take a feat of speed and agility to avoid injury. Dive for your companion. The ground is rising fast, but you are faster. You snatch Durance out of freefall and into the cushion of your guiding souls. You reach the Court of Penitence, millennia-old stones safely under your feet. Cool. Your party is considered high level for the content in Act 4. If you would like... This is Act 4? Well, maybe I'm not finishing it today. If you would like, the critical path can be increased in difficulty to give it blah 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 blah. The rewards you receive will say high level standard. But what? The critical path can be increased in difficulty to give you more of a challenge. Choice cannot be changed once the one it has been selected. I never understand what they mean by this. Like, which one is which? Party is considered high level. I guess I'm gonna go for high level. I don't know. Does that mean I'm staying high level and other people are lower level? I have no idea. Shepherd's house, maybe? Yeah, sounds cool. I could go for that.
After what seems like an eternity, your rapid descent comes to an abrupt end. You remain still for a moment while your heart settles and your eyes adjust, breathing in stale, forgotten air. Before you, a narrow and eroded walkway becomes faintly visible in the dim light, cutting a winding path through a cavern so expansive it seems a world unto itself. In the distance, you can make out the cold gleam of living Adra veins that spike and fork in and out of view from the murky depths beneath, their glow a faint and fleeting guide along the ancient trail. You look above at the opening you jumped through, now barely a speck of light like some distant star alone in the cosmos and forever out of reach. Your only way lies ahead.
Alright. Act 4, huh?
That went better than I expected. Everyone all right? No shattered knees? Good. Just me then.
What are these spikes?
This place is cursed.
Alright, cool. Well, let's move through.
What the flame has shown us?
Oh, damn it. Did I just step on it?
Everyone
Yeah, I definitely did.
no shattered
Damn it.
knees. Good. Just
Durance, come on. Disarm everything.
everyone all right? No shattered knees. Good.
Failed?
Just me then.
What do you mean I failed? Alright. Let's go through. Alright, more shades, no problem. Shades are okay.
Leave it.
So are these guys like powered up so they... Or am I just high level and I'm beating them down? I have no idea. Oh, I actually am, yeah, We had like this nice idea because my parents and my sister live in England. And we meet like twice a year, let's say. And we had this idea that we would go to some seaside country or something and meet there instead of in London or here in Slovakia. So we're going there at the end of July, like 5 of us with my siblings and my parents. So that's gonna be nice. And we're going to Italy for like a week. You have something planned too? Enjoying the summer on a beach. It's been a long time since I went somewhere to swim in a sea. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, they're both Slovakian. They just moved there like... It's been like 11 years maybe since they moved to England. So, but yeah, they're Slovakian. We just went different ways, you know. Can you do something cool, man? Let's help out a little bit, so it goes faster.
Even slowing it down.
Yeah, but we usually meet like on Christmas and sometime in summer. And my sister is like 10 years old, so she was born there in England. So she's basically English woman. Oh, of course. Oh, freaking traps. Okay, what's this thing? Oh, it just healed me up? Nice. And they said this place is cursed and they just have like wells of health here. Soul Guardian Pillars. Soul Ager Prison. What does it say? The pillar tugs at your essence, a pulse from the world itself moves through it. Where the hell are we? Well, let's explore some more. Might and attack speed. Alright, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to a priest. Come on. Finish the combat. I'm gonna take these things. Now this place doesn't look too big. We'll see. I see stairs though. Soul Guardian Pillars again. You can probably heal up at the end there. Can you like paralyze them? That would be nice. You do some stuff. You should cast some magic.
These ones are in for a walloping.
What happened? He healed up to full. Okay. What's happening? I feel like they're not really doing what they should be.
Stand together.
Okay, fight guys. Not sure if I go to vacation. I think I'll be prepared for physical exams. Maybe try to apply for a police job. Need to do running, swimming, etc. Oh, really? That's an interesting goal.
You're not getting through me. Leave it to me.
I know a few people that tried that out, but not
Hey.
not many managed to get it done. It's probably easier than going for like a soldier path, no? If you wanted to be a soldier, I think they have like much harder. I guess it depends what position. More worried for psychological exams. Well, as I just said, that I know a few people that's tried it out. When somebody failed, it was.
No time.
Where's Durance? Yeah, when somebody failed, it was because of the physical exams, not really the psychological, not physical. Physicals were easy in a way. And this freaking thing heals us all up. It's so cool. Unlock it.
That's settled.
Hey.
Good. What's happening here? Nothing? Oh. You see a ghost again. It's her, of course. She has like a burnt face now. I don't think I've noticed that before. A column of age rises above you, stoic and silent. It's ridged layers a measuring stick for the passing of ages. It feels to you as a thick block of ice, and you perceive buried deep in its core a dim flickering flame, all but extinguished yet preserved against the ravages of the elements. At your approach, the flame seems to steady and draw strength, and the layers separating it from you melt away, and you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. The glow seems to fade, as though you had adjusted to its intensity, and where it was, Iovara seeps into existence, an idyllic shade hovering above the moist prison floor. Though ageless, she appears somehow different to you now, a slight stoop to her carriage, perhaps of a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There is a broad scar across her face, fibrous and wormy, where flames once slept, unhealed even in death. Oh yeah, so it is new.
Hello, old friend. The ages have been kind to you, I hope. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
I'm here to free you. Or wherever fate takes me, I need answers, and you'd better give them to me, ghost, or I'll find you a fate far worse than this. I wanted to make sure you still suffer for your transgressions. What? It would seem that I have unfinished business here.
I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. Has it eluded you all this time?
Hey, Yusio, welcome. Nice Sunday to you.
I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Thaos. The
Yes.
energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
Thaos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Boudica and to blame Animancy for damage he's caused.
After all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
You knew me when Thaos did. There's something I need to know about that
I
time.
will tell you what I remember.
There's a lot I need to know about that time, so I understand what's going on, actually. There's something about that lifetime my soul can't let go of. I need to know what it is, and I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition, of
I
Thaos.
can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
What was that? I think I know that. Yoara's mouth tightens and her brow furrows a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours, as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
But they are. I spoke to them.
I dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief. She's not serious.
Perhaps not to her. Many are those whom the gods have scorned. This is petty retribution.
There's a theory puts my boldest to shame. But we ourselves have seen the gods' influence.
Right?
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Who created these gods and for what? This is why you started your own fate? How did you discover this?
They were conceived by Engwith,
Who created them?
a
That's my
society of high
question.
minds and broad concerns. Thaos' people. In
Okay.
their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Engwithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators.
How do you know this?
Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
Alright. How did you discover this?
The Engwithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
Later on, after I left the Order, a few Engwithans found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. This is why you started your
I
own
never
fate?
thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith.
Okay.
I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
She stole followers, basically. Is it true what you thought?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Thaos directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did.
Okay, cool. I like it. Actually, I read one meme. First part was our parents in their late 20s and they were thinking about children, and second part was our generation, same thing, but they thought about own house, job. Yeah, well, that's the truth. I mean, nobody thinks about having their... I mean, not nobody, many people think about it, but I mean, most people don't want to have children until they are 30 plus, and then they're carry... What the hell? Alright, doesn't matter. Until they have good jobs, until they have houses, until everything is just perfect. And I get it. I do get it. There was this movie, Idiocracy, it was called. And that was basically what it was about. Like the smarter people keep thinking about having just everything well placed before actually building a family. And then it happens that they never have any children. And the dumber people have children right away whenever they want, whenever they can. And then just the whole world will be populated with the dumber people, you know, bit by bit. It was a fun movie, man.
Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
Leovara scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen.
What if all the tragedy, all the persecution, came in defense of an imposter?
She looks to the dare.
That's not... That can't be right. Aethys, he's done miracles for people.
Oh, she's gonna get into everybody's head.
The power of the gods is undeniable. The truth of the story they weave is not. What if it were forbidden knowledge rather than fault that earned your doom? What of your guilt?
I have seen with my own eyes the deceptions of my goddess. The Watcher has shown me as much.
Yeah, we had a quest there. That was cool.
It was not until now that I understood how truly desperate she was. The depths of her deception.
You speak of her deceptions, but what of your own? Was it her words that led you down your path? Or was it the absence of her words? A gap that you filled with your own broken thoughts.
Beads of sweat coalesce on Duran's forehead and trickle down the sides of his face in streaming rivulets, as though he were a block of ice standing before a great pyre.
What if you had always been alone, without guidance?
Saying to Aloth,
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would be a comfort to know that I'm free of them.
The freedom has always been. It was the guidance that was the illusion.
alright, what more wise words do you have?
All our common threads are spun from a lie. What's left to bind us together?
For thousands of years, the Angwithan lie clouded our sight. How can we claim there is no other way when we never had the opportunity to discover one? There are answers out there still, in places we've never thought to look.
What if the cycle of birth and death is nothing more than a tool of endless preoccupation?
Grieving Mother returns Ayavara's gaze, nodding her head almost imperceptibly. For a moment, all is silent. Ayavara nods back, seemingly moved by some unspoken understanding. You feel the weight of Ayavara's translucent eyes upon your soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? This is so philosophical. That the only value is in the things we create ourselves. And we had best build our own strength so we can bear it. Then only when we cease to exist as beings can peace be found? No. Then it is the questions that have always posed more value than their answers. The fewer people who realize that, the better. I don't know. What if we can be assured of nothing? Well, we basically can't. Only when we cease to exist, blah blah blah. I wanna say something I really believe in. Only value is in the things we create ourselves. I like that.
And in the lives we create, is this not the essence of motherhood? To create, cherish, nurture, to give of yourself for the sake of another.
There is bliss to be found in the things we create, but sorrow as well. Every creation bears the imperfections of its creator, and its creator's creator. Art and song are creations, but so are weapons and lies. We must be careful that our creations do not consume us. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
This is really they're trying to make you think about things here. We do, even without assurances, there is still truth. No, people need to know that things happen for a reason. A fabricated reason is better than none at all. Well, I don't believe that. I don't think it makes much difference either way. There is still truth. Yeah, let's go for that.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew.
Yeah, that's
I've been
fine.
alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, hints of doubt trace her serene visage. Alright, I'll wait for what she's gonna ask. Oh, what you talking about? One of my friends got her kids really young, and her oldest ones are now growing into adult while she's on her 30s. Yeah, that must be so weird. I don't think I would like that, honestly. I mean, I'm gonna be 30 next year, and man, I'm not ready for kids at all. Actually, one guy, he was older generation, and he said we have easy lives, nothing to worry about. Says man who had a roof under his head when he had job, no mortgage, retired at the age of 55, maybe earlier. I mean, that's true. I mean, it was easier to get a living situation, basically, very easy, especially since it was communism here. Nothing to worry about other than the world ending and the next generations having to eat their shoes or something because there's no food. I never understood why people think so much like let's say the older generation. They're always thinking and bitching about how easy we got it, and then we bitch about they had it easier or something. It doesn't matter. Just live your life. It doesn't matter who had it how. And just go through your life however the best you can. That's it. You can be just happy every day. And there's nothing to worry about the other generation not having what to eat. It's not me. I have stuff to eat. I'm okay.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
I don't. As she asks, the memory springs to your mind immediately, as though it had just happened. Alright, well then I do. I never forgave you for what happened between us. Your teachings were a threat to all I believed in. I resented you. I wanted to please the gods. Your capture brought me glory. I was afraid of what Thaos might do to me if I didn't agree to do it. I don't think I had a reason. I just did it. Sorry, there are no assurances. Ah, that's cool. That's such a such a thing to say back to her. Using her thoughts against her. Your teachings were a threat to all I believed in. I don't know. Wanted to please the gods. I guess it doesn't really matter what we say here. We might be afraid. I mean, it's not really us, it's just our past life, so doesn't matter what kind of character we were. Let's say it's the I don't like these because this is just like a petty revenge. That's not good. Let's say we were afraid of what Thaos might do. That puts the blame away from us.
Boudica gifted him a great many things, but his ability to manipulate was always his own. Good. The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because...
Spit it out. Yeah, spit it out. I needed to know it wasn't because after everything you'd learned, you'd still rather believe in a lie. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. That seems a harsh connection to draw.
You were more than a friend. You were the only person I trusted. I always believed in your judgment. Never have I felt so confident in my beliefs as the day you arrived in my camp.
Such a weird story.
You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
You're never going to be able to convince everyone of anything, true or not. There will always be dissent. See, your optimism has always been misplaced. That's why you're here now. Let's go for the first one. Not everybody's gonna just believe you.
I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions.
Perhaps.
It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
See the world differently now that I once did. I regret what I did to you and wish your forgiveness. It wasn't me who made that choice. I bear no responsibility for it, right? It's not me, it's my different life.
At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish.
Was granted steps
But
to the
now
wheel?
I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Thaos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Thaos himself will satisfy your needs.
Yes.
Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit more. What are we talking about here? I'm sure each generation has their trials. Well, of course, everybody does. Not even generation, every single person does. I have this thought very often in my head that I'm just walking through the city, let's say, and there's a bunch of people walking around you. And I don't think many people think about it, but when you just think of it, you just see a person and you think it's nobody, it's just a person going somewhere. He can make you mad because he's slow or whatever, or he's loud or whatever. But every person has their own lives, their parents, their siblings, friends, they're going somewhere, they are probably rushing somewhere, they have their issues, their mind filled with some stuff. It's such a weird thought when you actually, like, you're protagonist of your own life, right? Of your own world, but everybody is their own protagonist and they have so much on their mind. It's just a fun thought that I like to get into. It's a good one. All right, and we're getting into Doom. All right, I didn't watch any Doom video, but my theory is from trailers that Doom guy is weapon of makers and he's used to slay demons. Yeah, you're right. That's the beginning of the game. I've seen way too much spoilers already and I basically know the plot already. The titles of videos popping into my feed already tell too much. Yeah, well, I guess my last video that came out with Doom yesterday actually said that in the title, right? That he's being used. Yeah, I don't think that's like a spoiler. It's just like a premise of the game. Doesn't really tell you much. Yeah, he's being used, but it's probably gonna change. I don't know. I'm not that far in. I'm like 4 or 5 hours in. But it's fun. It's fun. There's some weird stuff happening there with mechanics, but it's good. Alright, what are we asking about? Are you bound here until the end of time?
No matter of speaking. This is Braeth Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above.
She's not gonna, though.
They receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Thaos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then.
The other gods hate me because they want Thaos destroyed. I owe them no debt. Better to be on their side than Woodica's. I'm using the gods to further my own ends. Now let's go for the first one. I owe them no debt.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes.
No problem, I won't let myself.
With built gods from ideals. And an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing. But these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Why don't you repent? You could be free of this place.
Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine.
Ugh.
There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty. Even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
She's so stubborn. I'm too curious to wait for everything for years anyway, and I have looked up some things already. I'm not gonna look everything up, but I must say that you were talking about how you didn't enjoy that Doom Eternal went from sci-fi to fantasy, and I feel like the Dark Ages, it's pure fantasy. I don't really feel much sci-fi there at all. I mean, of course, it's in the future and it's and then like intergalactic travel or whatever, but it's very fantasy. It feels like such a RPG fantasy world that I didn't expect that. Does Doom run smooth for you? Yeah, it runs great. I didn't have any issues with it at all. I have it pretty high up too. I have no problems with it at all. It runs great. Displays sun and shadow, what is it? I could tell you what I believe, but again, it would be no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told me about it. There is only one man who can tell you now, who knows it to a certainty, and you shall face him soon enough. I will leave you to see it for yourself. Make your own judgments. Better for your soul that way, I think. How is it you speak Aediran? I speak no language now, but the wordless expressions of the spirit. It is through my connection to you that I am able to draw upon your words and form them as my own. Do you know what it is I need from Thaos?
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
Why has Thaos done all this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances. That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Thaos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If Thaos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
I do hope we actually meet Woodica and we fight her, see some cool looking god thing. That would be great. I watched new trailer for Doom before it came out and it introduced new realm, and guy said no spoilers today. In a few seconds they introduced new enemies and how that really looked. Yeah, I guess everybody takes something different for spoilers. To me, spoiler is completely everything. Every weapon, every move, every enemy, every area, map, anything is a spoiler for me. I don't want to know anything about anything. That's usually how I approach that. How can I get Thaos to tell me what I need to know?
You will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
Okay, so I beat his ass and then ask questions. It's time for me to go.
Thaos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
Alright, I'm running. The gods have given me the souls of their forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them. Help me strike the final blow against Thaos. Oh, that's nice. Your defiance here is an illusion. You are a slave to the gods, bound to their rules, stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof of the gods' dominion over all of us. If you hadn't planted doubt in my mind long ago, I'd be living a normal life right now. Before I go, I will repay you for this curse. What? Let's go for the first one. Help me strike the final blow against Thaos.
If I repent, all I have done has meant nothing.
Your defiance here is an illusion. You notice a bond now, one that has always been, an interleaving of her essence with yours at the extremities of your perception. You are tied to this woman's spirit, and you can feel a measure of control over it, as though you were its shepherd. With every suggesting, I can disintegrate your soul, make you cease to exist. Oh, really? Then I would be no different than the other souls the gods have broken in this place. I do not wish to stop fighting them. I will respect your wishes because I can't do anything else.
It was good to see you again one last
Keep suffering
time.
if you want. It's okay by me.
I thought I'd seen my last friendly face long ago. If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other, I hope to find you at peace.
She seems alright. Alright, I think that's it. Only way to go is here. There was nothing on this side. Oh, there's enemies. I bet there was something. Oh, let's kill them.
You're not getting through me.
Should be fast enough. Oh, my group is so freaking strong. We killed dragons. They can't do anything. Feel indestructible. What can Thaos do? They murdered dragons. That could one-shot me if they wanted to. Well, I'll rest, since I have one here.
So, it's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
Oh, Adair wants to talk.
Well, doesn't that just beat all? Here I was, wondering all this time whether all these terrible things were people's fault or the gods. Turns out they might be the same thing. Wonder how things would have gone different 15 years ago if the Raid Sarens had been told their god was made in some forge or kiln someplace. Would we still have gone to war?
There's their god who made them believe they were right. I doubt they'd have fought if they knew he was fallible. No point in wondering about what we'll never know. People were starving, they'd have rebelled sooner or later. That's true.
I could see the rebellion still happening, but I don't know that they would have invaded.
He looks down at the ground, drumming his fingers against his side restlessly. When he speaks again, it seems half to himself.
I don't know. When Woden left for war, we, had a fight. As brothers will.
What about?
About him going off to war. He was set on it. But my parents warned him. They said you get a new country with every trip across the border, but your god, you only get the one. Me? I didn't know who was right. All I knew was I didn't want him to go. It's the same for families as it is for gods. You only get the one. I said every vicious thing I could think of, trying to change his mind. He brushed it off. Just got me madder, of course, him being so calm. He said I should come with him, but he'd understand if I didn't want to. I told him he'd better be able to face his god one day and answer for what he'd done. He said he'd keep that in mind. And then, he was gone. By the time I'd cooled off, months had passed. One morning it dawns on me that my brother always knew better than me. If he was so sure of what he was doing, then I should be there with him. I packed my things and was on the road that same morning. Of course, what I didn't know then was he'd already changed his mind. By that time, he was dead on that field.
Do you think he went to Waidwen because of what you said to him? So if you'd left with him, you'd have known why he changed his mind.
If I'd
Let's
have
go
left
for that.
with him, we'd both be dead, so I don't know why I bothered thinking about it. I found my own way in the end, and it wasn't my brother's and it wasn't my god's. I don't know if it was right. But I couldn't abide what Waidwen was doing to his own. God or not, I don't regret it. Whether Waidwen was Aothis, well, it hardly seems to matter after what we just heard. And all these questions I've been trying to figure out. I think I just miss my brother.
He smiles faintly, and when he breathes, the air seems to flow more freely through his lungs. Do you think he went to Waidwen because of what you'd said to him?
Crossed my mind. You live in a place like Gilded Vale. You don't have a whole lot else to do other than think about things you don't want to think about. I hope that wasn't it. I hope he went there because it's what he thought was right. But it seems I'm not meant to know. Still one more mess we gotta straighten out. Come on then. I still owe you one. Hey.
Let's go. Is he just gonna be standing at the end of these stairs? Possibly. Saw a clip of a certain, I think already familiar, enemy from the Dark Ages, and the fact that it had hair on its head cracked me up. Oh, that's like one of the first thing I noticed. Is why the hell are these little demons bald with long hair on the sides? It looks ridiculous. Looked like Alexander from Amnesia. Yeah, something like that. They have like bald heads and long hair on the sides and the back. What the hell? Why? Nobody ever had hair.
Hey.
None of the demons had hair. Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Hello? Is everyone still there?
Yeah, it's pretty dark here, right? There's statues of people. What's happening? Well, I guess that's what we use the spirits for. Light. They're light bulbs, basically. Well, that's cool, though. We're getting some cool animations in here. Yeah, where do we go?
Full of surprises, aren't you?
Look at that. A city to put all others to shame. And long lost.
Many spirits stir here, edged with anger, violence.
We light our own path now, Watcher.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. I missed most of it.
A lot wants to talk as well. Alright, well, let's
We've been
talk.
lied to. Our whole lives, and many lives before that. And it's led us to put our faith in a pantheon of gods that never deserved it in the first place.
I don't think the hair would burn. Do you think it's that hot there? I mean, we were in hell. It's not just like hot, you know. It's actually a pretty nice place. And I was in hell way too many times during my all the Doom adventures I had here. But the hair is weird. I guess it's been a long time since the... Like, this is like prequel for all the Dooms, so I guess it's been a pretty long time. The hair could just fall off in that time. I don't know why they have hair. But there's many different enemies, honestly. Throwing fireballs and all, I think it would burn. Ah, that's true. Alright. People need something to believe in. The gods, however they came to be, have served that purpose. Thaos is wrong. I don't think people need something to believe in. Thaos is wrong. Most people are fundamentally decent. Knowing the truth can only make them better. What difference does it make? People will be what they are, whether or not there are gods to believe in. That's my viewpoint. It's an outrage. The Inquisitors were right. People are fools that can be trusted without some kind of authority looming over them. That's also true in a way. But I'm gonna go with a skeptical thing. What difference does it make? People will be what they are, whether or not there are gods to believe in.
I'm surprised to hear you say this. It seems that much harm comes from imposing authority where perhaps none is needed. We've seen the atrocities that members of the Leaden Key have committed without even understanding why or for whom they act.
For once, the half-souled elf is right. To live in ignorance is to allow
Half-souled.
the gods to have their way with us.
I've also been thinking. There won't be much left of Thaos by the time you're done with him, if I know
That's
how
true.
you operate.
Yeah, I'm killing everybody.
That will leave the Leaden Key headless. Perhaps it's best it stays that way.
I agree.
Then let's face Thaos. When this is all over, I'll make sure that no one is able to commit his abuses again.
Hey,
Was he planning to take over the whole thing? I can loot these guys? Oh, they're diamond. They can't go here. Doesn't seem like there's many paths to go. And everybody is made of diamond. And within shade look like ghost zombies. They feel hairy. They have no heads. No, I can just see their brains. Weird enemies. Cool. Don't deal much damage though. Take the diamonds. Oh, it's not diamonds this time around. Lots of dead bodies too. Dragons in chains. What the hell? What do they say about this? I want to know. I can't. Doesn't do anything if I click on it. Alright, we light up the rest of this. Oh, it's a dragon. Shadow Drake. Alright, kill it. I think it's gonna be dangerous now. Take it down. Oh, it's friendly now? It's so overpowered. It's the Aloth's wand that just dominates people's minds. And for so long too. Just had time to kill everybody while he did that. Yeah, just finish him. Good. Really, there's no like... I really thought that we would be like exploring a whole bunch of this place, but it's just one way to go. It's pretty linear. No dragons this time? Guess I can go this way. Let's go and explore then. Oh, here's a dragon. Where the hell did you come from? Kill it.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Oh, I should be doing this. This gives us damage. Kill the drake, come on. Look at it falling down all the time. What's it doing? Am I knocking it down? Or... Okay. This seems like the way to go. Fort. Alright, I'm gonna explore. What's this? Long segment of the bridge rises over the ruins of an ancient city. It looks stable enough, but the wide gap leaves little room for error. I don't even know where I would jump. I'm not gonna do that just because I can. I don't know where that leads. Let's explore some more. Okay, can't go here. How about this side? I mean, this door is probably where I go, so... Let's wait. You can hear the dog. Can you hear the dog? Oh, I can't get through. Okay, kill these. You do this. You do this. Now this. Now this. You do this. Okay, then the other guy. Yeah, it was. Sounded like he was just choking up, not really barking, but something's up, it seems. Yeah, we have it back right now. After like a month that she wasn't with us. And we're gonna have another one in June? I think in June. Just gonna... No. How do you say it? Dog guarding? Dog sitting, I guess. Jump it. Durance gets a running start and leaps over the gap. However, Durance cries out upon landing and collapses on the other side in tangle of limbs. Durance always gets hurt when we do these things. And of course there's freaking nothing here, so that was a pointless jump. No way. And he's gonna get hurt again. What an idiot. Yeah, we're gonna be dog sitting another one like that, like a little tiny dog. So I'll have 2 dogs and 4 cats. It's gonna be a lively household. So what's behind the door? That's a big area. This is definitely where we fight the last boss, right? Look at this place. Well, let's just go there. Do we fight somebody on the way or not? Are you ready to...
take
Oh,
the
they
oath
speak.
to spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen.
I guess I'm gonna rest here. His Durance was just very, very hurt.
I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
Want more dogs too? Well, is there a problem? Can't you get more? I have my perfect situation here. I technically have no dogs.
I wouldn't ask this. Were there any other choice?
I technically have 0, so it's exactly how I want it. But
This
I
is a
reap the
missionary,
benefits of it.
Same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was.
Oh, money, right. I'm forgetting that animals are so expensive.
Osionis. They have held off many would-be invaders.
Just imagine if they were sick or something
you are
all the
ready
time.
To give
Oh
a
man.
confession?
I'm ready to hear one from you.
Yeah, we heard that already. That's fine. Oh, wait. No, let's not go there. Grieving Mother has something to say. As you turn to the Grieving Mother, you find her already at your side. A question rises to the surface of her mind like a bubble from the depths, yet her eyes are cast down.
There is something I would ask of you, Watcher.
Alright, well, you have the
A
last
burden
chance.
I would relieve. Yet even the asking is a burden of another kind.
What is
The
it?
memories of the birthing bell, the hollowborn, the mothers.
Spit it out.
Even knowing that my actions were righteous, necessary, their memory haunts me. I see reflections of the lives I could not save wherever we travel. And when I lie down to sleep, the dreams of empty children and blind eyes are more vivid still. Please, Watcher. I tried once to forget, and yet echoes still tormented my soul. But if you were to cleanse my soul of the memory, I could at last be free of it. Will you grant me this?
How will this affect you? Will you even be the same
It
person?
will be the same, only free of the memory. My allegiance, my skill, these will still be dedicated to our cause, to your aid.
Alright, I don't mind. There is no cause for you to live with this pain. Very well.
Thank you, Watcher.
As you reach into her soul, you find the memory of the Hollowborn and the birthing bell, like a jagged texture in her essence. Probing the memory's sharp edges, even you feel her pain, yet you force yourself to seize it. You smooth away the razor edges snags, wearing them down even little while they tear at you. Carrying such pain inside yourself must have felt like living with a stomach full of broken glass. At last, the grieving mother's soul is as smooth and even as a rolling meadow. You have removed all trace of the agonizing memory, and as you draw back, the pain recedes from you as well.
Shall we continue, Watcher? We have much to accomplish.
She opens her eyes. Her gaze is newborn's, innocent and untroubled. Cool. Alright.
Hey.
Nobody else wants to talk? Let's go and fight this bitch. Thaos, I've come for you. Where are you? Those statues look cool. What the hell are those? Are like weird squiggly horns. There he is. He seems transparent. You've come to a circular room, grand and doomed. Its walls lined with domed, not doomed. I'm just thinking about Doom all the time. Its walls lined with Aedra and trimmed with copper. At the far end, a great pillar of Aedra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they are all questions. At the base of the pillar stands Thaos, a look of concern on his face as he notes your approach. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all others, spinning madly in your mind, but you don't dare ask it yet. You need some admission from him first, some hint of the veracity of your suspicions.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. What brings you here?
Okay, so this is our past, the previous life. Your mind races way in different angles of approach, your emotions barely in check. What is this place?
We are in a sanctum holy to Utica. There are others like it in service to the other gods. I come here often to pray for her counsel, and in this space I may be assured that she hears me.
All these statues, who are they of?
They are monuments to Woodika's greatest servants among my people. I hope to join them myself one day, but my work is not yet complete.
That machine behind you, what does it do?
It has many uses, but its purpose is to bring structure to the chaos that surrounds it.
Alright, let's not mention Iovara, let's ask this. Was the entire Inquisition based on a lie?
The Inquisition was based on the need to cut the flesh from a rotting wound.
Okay, was Iovara telling the truth?
That woman sought only to destroy the foundations of peace and civility that my people sacrificed everything to build.
You are shaken now, having lost all patience for tact. No more evasions. You have to know everything you believed, everything you have done for the gods. Did you lie to me when you said the gods could end suffering? Thaos says nothing. Are there no gods? His face remains a mask of impassivity.
A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked? Something men can turn to in their darkest moments when their days seem only like bridges from one tragedy to the next. Our gods are all these things.
With Thaos' every word you find yourself losing control of a boiling cauldron of rage and doubt and fear and hopelessness until you can take it no more. Are there no gods?
We are in a sacred place within earshot of the gods themselves. This is not the time. You've been through much these past few months.
It's interesting how he has trouble just lying straight to his face. He could just say, yes, there are. He's not.
You will return home and you will rest. When you feel you have recovered, you may rejoin us at the trials. The Inquisition is far from over, and I will have need of you. There are many who continue to spread the lies of the apostate. The Inquisition will not end until we have pronounced judgment on all of them.
His eyes linger on you, and there is no mistaking the threat behind it, and your rage shrinks at the image of an iron wheel in your mind, monolithic and caked with the tried blood of thousands. You do not ask your question again. Okay, so what would happen? Oh, there he is. Okay. So, we saw the thing happen in the past. He doesn't have his helmet on.
How did you find it?
It didn't attack. I didn't. It was Lady Webb.
Another in a string of acts of petty defiance. For all her knowledge, she always preferred spite over reason.
Nice shirt. Thank you. Thank you. I have quite a lot of these. I kind of started liking them like 2 years ago. Or that I had like always like white shirts, black shirts, nothing much, just regular things. Then I just started enjoying for some reason getting these weird colorful things on me. It's fun. It feels happy, you know. She loved you. It was reason that guided her hand in this. You put her out of her misery. It was reason that guided her hand in this.
Then she should have obeyed. I ask one thing of all my followers. She was incapable. A waste of rare talent and intellect.
Yes, they put away Anne so it isn't Thanos. I was thinking about that too, actually, that it's pretty similar. Thanos and Thaos. Weird Owl shirt. Ah, yeah, that's right. You wear stuff like this. Yeah, that's true. Well, I can't say I'm not a fan of Weird Owls, so why not? Why not being connected to him? Blind obedience is a lot to ask of someone with a mind of their own. Her talent and intellect were too great for her to live as your servant. Blind obedience is a lot to ask of someone with a mind of their own. That's such a cool sentence. I love that.
Your cohorts, then? They have followed you to their deaths.
No, they're not.
Is it loyalty that brings them here? Or is it, as my agents suggest, that they have no direction of their own? You worshipped Aethys, did you not?
He's also going to go for each one of my friends here.
Your spies are good. What gave me away? The cape?
Yeah.
Yet when your god needed you the most, you chose your country.
Their frowns irritated.
We were being invaded. Not by anyone who was acting like a god.
Then I should think your hometown gave you a hero's welcome when you returned.
Thaos gives a thin, patronizing smile.
They made cake. Hard to blame people for losing faith when it's the gods who are misbehaving.
Why are these sarcastic characters so fun? Like, in every game I played where there's like companions and you have one of them that's just like always sarcastic, they're my favorite right away. It's not just in games, let's say, I don't know, some shows like Friends. Everybody just loves Chandler because he's just like this all the time. He never says things straight up, he just sarcastic asshole all the time. Can't even remember when I've bought a piece of clothing last time. Probably something for work.
The gods argue over how best to prevent Kith society from destroying itself. These disruptions would not be necessary were mortal instinct not so diseased.
Yeah, I'm not usually buying many things either. It's, I don't enjoy shopping. Okay, let's continue,
You have
Thaos.
devoted yourself to studying the
Try and
work of
convince
my
me.
people. Why?
I thought your people had much to teach us. That we too could create great machines, improve our ships, make an empire as vast and impressive as yours ever was, built upon your secrets.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
I know better than Gwithans weren't an infallible race. You were never gods. All your petty experiments, your heinous crimes, your glorious achievements, you are just people and your time came and went. Anigwith is a lesson now for those who remain.
You are living in the time of my people, Amawa. You owe them more than you will ever comprehend, and so it shall ever be. Greater civilizations than yours have attempted to reclaim what we buried. The greater their successes, the worse their fates in the end. I have seen to it.
He has a great voice. No wonder he's a leader of a cult. Duran stares at Thaos with a beast snarl. Thaos watches him calmly.
You built a weapon that delivered exactly as promised.
I served my goddess as you did yours.
Yet the other builders were slain. 11 of a dozen. Why not you? Were you somehow different? Redeemable in your god's sight?
Whatever desire I had to be redeemed in her eyes was weakness, purged by the Watcher's sight.
Or was it merely that your goddess wanted you dead as well, and your delusions of importance prevented you from seeing the obvious?
Yeah, we were talking about that already, he knows.
A whore's beguiling charms, nothing more. But the spell's broke now, Thaos. The trial's over. I know friend from foe, and I've come here now to see a foe repaid.
You were able to destroy a god because another god wished it. Without her hand to guide you, you could not strike at a god any more than you could strike the sky. You are impotent, and not just from the pox. State your name and purpose, young acolyte.
My name belonged to the gods and my hand to their service. No more.
You serve none but yourself. Without contact with your order, you can have no higher purpose. Only the base concerns of the flesh. You have cast yourself from our ranks.
I'm curious what he says to grieving mother.
And I should have done it years before. I'd rather live in uncertainty than servitude.
And that uncertainty would lead you where it leads everyone. To doubt, to emptiness, to the many cruelties inspired by disbelief. You will have to forgive your Grandmaster for remaining skeptical of his initiate's choices.
They went all out, the writers of this game. They went just so deep into morality of stuff and philosophical issues.
You are here because you are lost.
It happens many
The
times
gods
in these
cannot
games.
reach everyone, I'm afraid. May you fare better in your next lives.
Oh, he didn't say anything to grieving mother. He doesn't care about her at all.
I gather you have had your soul awakened. Why else would you shadow my footsteps like some stray mongrel? You think I have something to offer you, but our business was concluded long ago.
What do you know of our business? Our business will conclude when you have told me all I wish to know. I lived my life by the lies you told. You owe me the truth. One of us is going to die in this room. You may as well admit your lie to me before that. Yeah, what do you know of our business?
You think your abilities only flow in one direction. That isn't how it works, I'm afraid. Not for me. For all that you saw of my soul in the sanitarium, I saw as much of yours.
Our business will conclude when you have told me all I wish to know.
I answered your questions once. That your soul is not fit to accept the answers is of little concern to me. I lied to no one, Not to you, not to anyone. The gods are real. They are everything we need them to be, and the world is better for it.
You deny the generation its place in the world, that's true. Saying this somehow improves things. You have lied to everyone, yourself most of all. You convinced me once that spreading your false faith would end atrocities, yet here you are committing your own. I like that one.
The spread of our faith ended many such atrocities. I do what I must to ensure it continues to do so. The heart of this country has skipped a beat, nothing more. I have done far worse. I plunged the peaceful kingdom of Thaos into civil war. I slew the monarch of Desantio, whose people never knew hardship under his rule, and replaced him with a cruel despot who brought them to ruin.
What?
When
Why?
plague arrived at the great city of Arborensis, I saw to it that the cure did not. They piled their dead outside the city in heaps that rose above their walls.
This is supposed to diminish the damage you've done here, right?
It is to show the proper perspective. There was a time, back when your soul was still a shapeless mist, when the world believed only in false gods. Thousands of them. Gods that told them to take slaves. Gods that told them to make war upon their neighbors and devour the slain. Gods that told them to burn their children alive and cover themselves in the ashes as a sign of their faith. But all that changed when they learned of the true gods. Our gods. All those misshapen, bestial instincts melted beneath the radiance of our god's majesty. You could see it in their eyes. That dull emptiness replaced with the glimmer of a kindled spark.
Teaching them there were no gods would have achieved the same purpose, the spark of false hope. Teaching them there were no gods would have achieved the same purpose. Yeah, he's just gonna argue. The spark of false hope. Let's go for that.
No false hope. Only hope for things that never come. Have you imagined this existence? The one the apostate would have created. We are not all so virtuous as she. Without our gods, the most wicked, the most tyrannical, they would take that power for themselves. But more than that, it would be a hollow existence. All mysteries forever unanswered. All purposes constructed from meaninglessness. No endings to bring closure. Only a wheel, turning without mercy, grinding our spirits to dust.
I mean, these thoughts correlate to real life somehow. Here and there. Like, would people be doing the most wicked, crazy things if most of them or many of them didn't believe that there's punishment after they die or something? Probably they would. You underestimate people? I don't think so. People should be underestimated. They suck. That's how it has to be, then so be it. Your way comes at too great a cost. Better than dead than live a lie. Better dead than live a lie, I guess.
Telling yourself each day that what you do matters, that it isn't all for nothing, that the world is just. The apostate's world is built on believing lies. All I have seen, the millennia of experience. I will not be dissuaded from this course. This is the only way.
Would be fun if I could just finish this game with, alright, you know what, you convinced me, I agree with you, let's ruin the world. Good. At least admit it. Admit to me that the gods are not true gods. I need to hear it from you.
You have not thought this through. There is no leaving this place for you. I allowed it once, but you have made it all too clear what a mistake my mercy was. With your soul and thousands of others, I will see this world purged of its suffering. Hear me, Woodica. Your servant calls for aid.
Oh, we're gonna fight a god? I hope so. Religions are so weird. Yeah, they are. And in almost every single RPG I played, like this beautifully crafted worlds that are so deep with their gods and everything, there's always a cult, always gods in everyone, and it always revolves around the faith and everything. It's so fun, but it's so weird. Like, can't anybody create a world without religions? There always is a religion. I guess maybe in In Lord of the Rings, maybe there isn't really a religion. I mean, they don't really believe in gods, do they? I don't think so. They have stuff they believe in, but not really gods. Someone wrote something batshit crazy and people keep arguing if it's true or not. Yeah, and forever. It's weird. Alright, give me a god boss fight. It seems like the game froze though. Right. Oh, he just killed us all. In one shot. Well, it was easy. Am I gonna be fighting these statues? Alright. Do we just kill Thaos or Woodika's judge, Woodika's headsman? Alright, well let's go for it. Let's buff us all up and try and win this. Let's go for damage first of all. You could move closer so I buff everybody. Oh, he's knocked down, okay. Do some shields. You do some... Wait, where is Thaos? Did he already die? Oh no, he didn't. He's a friend! We actually charmed him to our side. No way. Alright, where is my... Okay, you know what? Let's just kill the big guys. Why not? They seem to be going down pretty fast. But he's buffing everybody, so that sucks. Yeah, one's down. Kill the other one too.
Yes?
You just keep fighting this. Can I turn this somehow? I want to hit both of them with this. Can I? Is that possible? Maybe. Oh, that seemed alright. Something like this. Oh, he just moved out of it. Oh, that sucks. Okay, he's gone as well. No way, this is so easy. This is the last fight of the game. They really have an issue with balance in the combat here. That was just what happened. At your feet rested the body of Thaos, hollow, the dense wrinkles shaped by the silent shouldering of an eternal burden now smoothed across his color-trained face. His soul remains still for the moment, defenseless, its energy expended in defeat. It lies sprawled across his body like a death shroud. Most forgettable last boss.
All those lifetimes spent to preserve a single vital secret. I can't imagine having that much certainty.
That's the servant down and the mistress still to go. A good start, worthy of being built upon.
Or maybe we're going to fight the god
Thousands
still
of
now.
souls he has tortured. Would that he could live those sufferings 1,000 times himself.
Some point, you have to look at the things your god is telling you to do. And ask yourself if it's worth it.
Oh, they're preaching to the religious people that play this game.
He spent his lives, more than any of us will ever know. For what? Binding the world to a lie. Could a man like that ever be redeemed?
Explore Thaos' soul. With a deep breath you plunge into Thaos' soul, and where in Brackenbury it had been a maze of narrow corridors and dead ends, now it is expansive and borderless. Its walls crumbling into heaps like the ruins of Eniquith as you pass through them. You travel for what seems like ages, rush into a known destination, a memory you glimpsed once before. At last you see it, no more than a pinprick of light at the end of a long tunnel. Expanding slowly at first, then quickly as you near. You come out into the room you are standing in now, but it is new and pristine and filled with people, thousands of them, all turned towards the great Adra pillar and the machine that encases it. Thaos stands at the machine and you are one with him now. You look out at the crowd, at faces of shriveled old men and cherub-cheeked little girls, at mothers bouncing infants to quiet them and fathers clasping their children's restless hands. And watching you with somber acceptance, a woman with tears in her eyes gives you a small nod. You turn back toward the machine, your breaths constricted beneath the weight of unwanted knowledge, preparing yourself to set out alone on a journey without end. You close your eyes and open them again to find the machine still in front of you, beckoning. You take your place in front of it and place your hands upon a large mechanical disc at the base of the great crystal column and speak a single word. Giant rings creak to life, building speed, setting arrays of carved draconic mouths aglow. and sending tremors through the platform beneath you. The entire room shakes now with the force of the accelerating machine, all sound drowned out by its deep, deafening thrum. Brilliant tendrils of light arc outward from the pillar in all directions, and you look over your shoulder to see them engulfing the crowd, burning them brightly like hot iron. One by one, the tendrils disappear, leaving ash and effigies where people once stood, many of them disintegrating into grey heaps under the stress of the tremors. You look above the Aedra pillar, and a glowing spherical mass has begun to coalesce atop the column where the arcs converge. It grows and pulses, translucent and bulbous like some immense chrysalis suspended in slow rotation as though it were being spun from the arcs of light. What the hell? This is so long. When the last arc disappears, the spectral mass hangs a moment, no longer rotating, so bright you must shield your eyes with an outstretched hand. And it seems to you as though it is looking at you. You bow your head in acknowledgement and look back up to see it melt into the pillar like warm candle wax. The pillar flares with a flash of light, bright as the sun itself, then fades to darkness. The machine slows down to an abrupt halt, and when the last echo of its grinding cogs has passed, the chamber is still, and you are alone. From all sides, reality begins to bleed in through the memory, and you find yourself in your own skin once more, looking down on Thaos' lifeless body. You sense a listlessness to Thaos' soul, an overwhelming fatigue that hinders its immediate escape and makes it vulnerable to manipulation. You feel as though your victory has given you some kind of hold over it, and you are able to do with it as you please. Okay, so what do we do with his soul? Return into the cycle. You will remember this, Thaos. Remember that no man can hide the truth forever, and all you've done was done in futility. Your memory shall be your penance. Tear his soul apart? I do not envy you, Thaos. I of all people realize the sway memories can hold. It is time you were granted peace. Banish his soul to Braith Aemon. Oh, there can be no forgiveness for your deeds, only justice. You shall escape judgment no longer. Destroy all, so the same way the Iovara is. Destroy all memories contained within. Your memory makes you a slave to your own past. Perhaps it can be undone, but it can be forgotten. It shall trouble neither of us any longer. You caused me great suffering, Thaos. You do not deserve to exist. Return into the cycle. Yeah, I don't like that. Tear his soul apart seems a little bit too much. Banish his soul. So if I... Should I banish his soul? Make him suffer, basically? Can be no forgiveness for your deeds, only justice. I don't think so. Let's just try and cleanse his memory.
No!
Oh.
You cannot allow this.
Really?
You will have no reminders. He will not remember the message we wrote on his fragmented bones and carved into his flesh. The lesson we burned.
Oh, he doesn't like it. I didn't expect somebody to object.
Kinder to that man than I would have been.
You return to the landscape of Thaos' memory. Oh, wait, what were you asking? You have small or big? More on the smaller side. Yeah, it's smallish. You return to the landscape of Thaos' memory, to the vast terrain of deceptions and crippling despair, and you can feel your agency in this world now, an ability to reshape to the whims of your dominant will. You focus on a vision of pure emptiness, and your will becomes a swirling vortex around you, sweeping through the landscape and bearing away moments and lifetimes like some apocalyptic bivouac that would tear away the essence of the planet itself. The storm builds until the very crust of the world peels from the fabric of the soul that anchored it, and it is borne off into the sky until it is too distant to observe. The last thing you see is a white void, boundless in all directions, unfettered by the shackles of experience and doubt. In the stillness that follows, a single word echoes through your mind, a word you spoke when you were one with Thaos in an ancient memory. You realize it is the word that activates the machine. Activates the machine? That doesn't sound good. Or maybe it was not active. And we are putting everything into the cycle again. And everybody wants to speak with me now. Okay. No loot from him? Alright, well, let's speak, guys.
He had hold of your soul from a long time back, seems like. You get what you needed from him?
I got an answer to an old
It'll
question.
be hard to come by, but maybe that's best. Forces you to find your own footing. You'll be feeling better soon then. Good.
We can say goodbye
That's
to
real good.
everybody, that's nice.
You got it figured out what you're going to do about all that?
Yes.
Got a lot of people out there thinking they've been abandoned by their gods. There's not much that'll put the fear in you more than that. You can take my word for it. If it was in my power, and I know it's not, but if it was, I'd find a way to give them the courage to face it. Not because they think there's some god looking out for them, but because they've just got it in them. And after what you've been through, though, I'm sure you got your own ideas. Better make it good.
Okay, what does Durance think?
Ah, the end of the road greets us at last. You fared well, Watcher. Better than any Watcher has right to. Seems you were a field in need of a flame's cleansing. Would that my own trial had produced such an outcome. I had figured myself for the field all this time. But you were the field, and I the darkness. A lesson neither of Durance nor of Margarin. But with that trial's end, a new one begins. A god's trial.
There's no gods,
And
man.
I will stand in judgment without mercy.
100% sure what the decision actually is. It's what to do with the souls, but I don't know what the choice is.
The end of it, my friend.
We'll see.
It has been an honor to walk this road with you, and I will regret our parting.
I will not stay in Ramatai long, I think. If it means to change, I see there is nothing I can do to stop it, but there are many places yet to see, mysteries to unravel. Kana inclines his head, and while I cannot say I aspire to match your fierceness, I cannot deny it saved us on many occasions. I thank you. What do you say?
Thaos may be gone, indeed, but his crimes, the wounds he has inflicted, remain. Yet before you lies an opportunity to heal, to restore. Only through the healing of families, repairing the bonds between parent and child, reforging the shattered links between generations, can the Deerwood be knit whole once more.
You're right, I guess.
People will long remember the legacy. Let them also remember the healing that followed.
Okay, let's see what the decision actually is, because I have no idea. So I go to the machine, I interact with it. The machine resonates with the energy of thousands of souls. Standing near it makes your head spin. So what do we do here? With your companions bearing witness, you step up to the place where Thaos once stood before his people long ago. The great machine lies in front of you, idle, ready. You have seen this machine and others like it in operation. You understand how it works. It is a device for directing souls. As a watcher, it would be a simple matter to influence that direction, though as big as the machine is, it may be the last thing you ever do. Whoa, really? Is it like sacrificing ourselves for this decision? Speak the command to activate the machine. There is a shrieking of stone grinded against stone as old cogs loosen and begin to turn. You have only moments before the souls will be sent into the Age of Vain. This will be your only chance at redirecting them. Send the souls back into the reincarnation cycle. Return the souls to the bodies they were intended for. Entropically disintegrate the souls, ending their existence. Why would I do that? It's like genocide, basically. Distribute the essence to existing souls in Deerwood to strengthen them. No. Okay, so if I send them back into the reincarnation cycle, everything's just alright. The Hollowborn are Hollowborn, they're dead. And basically dead. And the souls will just, it won't happen ever again. If I return the souls to the bodies they were intended for, I guess they go back to their Hollowborn things and then they return to the cycle. I like that. I hope that's how it works. Let's go for it. You close your eyes and expand your perception outward, taking in the immense totality of the tens of thousands of souls orbiting the chamber. Your grasp on the souls is tenuous. You find yourself fighting to keep them all within your influence, and you can feel them slipping away from you as the machine gains speed. A brief moment comes when it feels as though you hold all of them at once, and their force is so great, it feels as though they will tear you apart. In that moment, you dedicate your entire being to bending their orbit, channeling their flow in a new direction. Do I die from this, is my question.
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. with a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away, your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Thaos used to enter Sun and Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. You emerged in Ter Evron after days of tunneling through the rubble Thaos had left behind, and when you stepped into the daylight, you were faced with a different Deerwood than the one you had left. At your direction, the souls diverted by Thaos were guided back to the vessels originally meant for them. For the first time, parents of hollow-born children woke to the cries of their infants and looked into their eyes to see them staring back. People fell to their knees where they stood, thanking Helia or Mogren or even Aethys for their forgiveness of whatever guilt they felt they bore. But for all the relief that had come to some parents, others only found new grief. For many thousands of Hollowborn had died during Wideone's legacy, many by their parents' own hands. For those children, there would be no homecoming. Yet the last Hollow birth was in the past now, and those parents willing to risk trying for a new child were frequently rewarded, often with twins.
Really?
Many felt they saw Helia's hand in it, and the year would be remembered as the year of Helia's splendor. Though you had killed Lord Radric in his throne room, so strong was his drive to rid his land of Eothasians that he returned to life as a death guard, a deathless crusader for his brutal cause. With the remains of his humanity stripped away, Radric came to see all the people of Gilded Vale as worshippers of Aethys, and one day he led his forces into the village personally to see them all purged from his lands.
What?
Gilded Vale was left a hollow shell, its buildings ruined, and its people slaughtered.
That's not
Even
good.
travelers and would-be squatters knew better than to take refuge inside its borders. Lord Radric returned to Radric's Hold, where he remained, keeping eternal watch over his barren domain.
So I didn't really
Following
save
the
that country at all.
assassination of Duke Avar Wolfgren and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval. In the ensuing weeks, the streets had become the domain of looters and blackguards. Few dared to step outside their own doors alone or unarmed. But order was soon re-established by the Knights of the Crucible, who, despite their depleted numbers, had gained favor in the public eye for their role in the unraveling of the conspiracy surrounding Wideone's legacy, and were quickly reinforced by returning forces from Fleetbreaker Castle. For the Knights, their resurgence marked a return to the tradition as well. Having seen firsthand the dangers presented by dabblers in animancy, the Order quickly abolished the practice internally, preferring the familiarity of their hammers and forges to the uncertainties of Essence and Adra. Their identity rediscovered, the Knights suppressed their political aspirations and began once again to train their recruits in the art of blacksmithing, recapturing the post-revolutionary ideals of Deerwood and regaining the respect of its citizens as a result. Though the machine atop Ter Noaneth had been disabled, it had not seen its last use. Heritage Hill was rebuilt, and no sooner had the first families moved in to resettle the district than members of the Leaden Key, acting under standing orders from their Grand Master, climbed the tower and reactivated the machine.
Oh, really?
The initiates slew a handful of the new settlers under cover of night and watched as history repeated itself, the victims reanimating and devouring the survivors. After this second incident, the district would remain abandoned.
So not everything that
The
happened
Duke's
this was
assassination at the
lucky.
apparent hands of an animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay, and few animancers survived the first day.
Pretty dark world.
Many Deerwoodens took the end of Wideone's legacy as a sign, both that the gods did not approve of animancy, and that the purging of animancers in Defiance Bay had been enough to satisfy them. In time, their rage would subside, and a number of surviving animancers remained in and around Defiance Bay, often taking to the wilds to practice their science without repercussions. The town of Deerford had seen the last of the cult of Scan. Dark rumors about the town's many curses quickly faded, and travelers soon returned. Abidun's renewal brought new vigor and purpose to a god long known for quiet, steady labor. Handicraft saw a revival in the Deerwood, and no smith wanted for an apprentice. Additionally, Abidun's restored interest in preservation led to redoubled efforts to survey Engwithan ruins. Animancers and craftsmen alike found much to study, but tensions with Eir Glanfath rose. As for Stalwart, the Battle of Cairn's Scar only strengthened their resolve to unlock the mysteries of Durgan's steel and build new marvels with the White Forge. However, Stalwart's ambitions brought them into further conflict with the Raid Serens, as more and more impoverished communities gathered at the border and vowed to finish the work of the Iron Flail. It would be many generations before the region saw peace.
That sucks.
The Flames That Whisper clan found a cautious peace with Stalwart, particularly once the villagers heard of the aid the ogres had offered against the Eyeless. The clan moved back into the Russet Wood, and as Stalwart grew in prestige, the villagers formed a tighter alliance with their ogre neighbors. Within a generation, ogre traders visited Stalwart, and village hunters were welcome in the Russet Wood. Harmka's death had brought the Devil of Carrick little satisfaction. In time, her taste for vengeance soured. What replaced it was a hunger to feel something, anything, new. Summer had thinned the snowpack twice over when she felt the joint at her elbow first begin to stiffen. She turned her back on the hopes of animancy and civilization and walked east. She pushed through the mountains, past Raid Ceres, and into the broad plains of Ishamiddle. She had forgotten what it was like to simply journey, no goal or destination in mind.
It's such a
Though she
big,
felt nothing
huge
more than the
epilogue
steady
here.
thump of her feet on the road, the endless horizons and grassy meadows were new to her. She measured her time in the gradual rusting of her body and was satisfied.
Oh, nice.
Her movements
Good end
slowed,
for her.
but so did the world around her. Waist-high grasses undulated and tacked in the wind, as gradual as the tides. Sparrows and blackjays made steady pilgrimages across the sky, each flap of their wings a solemn salute. She could hardly move when she found something she had never seen before, the ocean. With the last of her strength, she pulled herself beneath the water, content at last to feel the movement of currents and the constant caress of the waves.
She kill herself?
Once Maneha had made peace with her memory, she decided the time had come to face her more recent past. For the first time in decades, she returned home to Rawatai, and she found that it had changed as much as she had. New districts had sprung up along the coast, while others withered into crumbling husks, and the streets had changed their course as surely as rivers.
There's like 10 more companions that they can
Parents
talk
wept with
about.
joy at her return. They still ran the old spice shop, and in its many aromas and flavors, she found memories of the places she'd traveled and the people she'd known. She told her story, bottle by bottle,
Bottle by
and
bottle.
began to build a life on the soil she knew best.
Alright,
The
farmer's
fortress
life
of
for her.
Cairn became a beacon to travelers, merchants, and visiting dignitaries alike. Reputed as the finest fortress in all Deerwood,
Nice.
people would journey from near and distant lands alike to experience its fabled hospitality and grandeur. After the death of the master below, a strange quiet fell over the endless paths of Ad-Nua. The attacks on the fortress above ceased, Ad-Nua's silent titan the closest remaining thing to a master in its musty,
Is the type of voice that would put you to
passages.
sleep if you close your eyes and listen.
Pallegina
Oh, he
had gone
does.
against
Yeah.
the Duke's Bell's orders by inventing a new trade
For
arrangement
audio
with the
books or
Almanza
something would be
to
great with this
accommodate
voice.
the recovering Deerwood market. With the Deerwood's people still weakened by Weidman's legacy, the Valian republics easily pushed their would-be competitors out of the market. For her outrageous insubordination and audacity, Pallegina was banished from the republics.
Oh, really?
She traveled north in the Eastern Reach, avoiding Valian ports and entering the ranks of the kind wayfarers. Despite her bravery and dedication to those in her care, her strange appearance made her feel like an outsider wherever she went. Adair chose not to return home to Gilded Vale. Still most comfortable far from cities, he settled in Deerford, which, like many towns in the Deerwood, was beginning the slow process of rebuilding. Believing now that it was the obligation of Kith to be the leaders their gods had not, Adair was soon named mayor of the town, and under his
Oh,
guidance,
nice.
Deerford soon began to prosper. He expelled the last of the Scanites from the area and drew new settlers with the offer of land, a trick he had learned from someone he otherwise preferred to forget. With each passing day, Deerford would come to more closely resemble the gilded vale of Adair's childhood, the one worthy of its name. When the dust settled in sun and shadow, Aloth looked upon the remains of Thaos Ixarchanon, his former master. He saw where the Grand Master had gone wrong and what would be required to undo the harm Thaos had wrought. With a flick of his wrist, he burned Thaos's robe, headdress, and every other symbol of the man's power. Never again, he vowed, should Kith live in fear and blind obedience to an authority they did not understand. Armed with the knowledge and courage he had gained on his journeys with the Watcher, he set out on the long and lonely task of dismantling the Leaden Key.
Nice.
With the Watcher's goals accomplished and his own vows fulfilled, Kanorua sailed back toward Rawatai, thinking on the lessons his travels had provided him. By the time he landed at Tekoa, he understood what his path must be. Standing before the Lore College,
I'm curious
Kanorua
about these things because
explained
there's
that the
more
tablet he
games
sought
after
had been
this.
destroyed,
I'm probably going to be
so a
playing
true
alone, but I'm curious
interpretation
about
of
the world.
Tonvi Oratoa could no longer exist. The people of Rawatai would have to create their own. He described the many strange things he had seen in his travels, and announced his intent to pursue the accumulation of knowledge abroad, seeking answers to new questions. True to his word, Kana soon set sail on yet another expedition, and in Tekoa, his passionate accounts inspired many to follow in his footsteps. With Thaos defeated and the souls released from sun and shadow, healthy children were born once again in the Deerwood. Pleasant and peaceful memories rose to fill the cracks in the grieving mother's mind. She returned to the birthing bell, unaware that the village nearby had become an empty desolation in her absence. Thus she began her tireless vigil atop the Adra, awaiting mothers and children who never
I really
came.
like the art of this game.
Durance used
All the
Mogren's
avatars look
strength
cool
only
as hell.
until Thaos had been cast from the world, and then swore off her influence entirely. Regret came to weigh heavily on his mind, and a man who had never previously lacked for words or opinions came to embrace silence and contemplation. He continued to wander, penniless and destitute, searching now not for the reason for his goddess's silence, but for a mechanism for revenge. The charred robes he continued to wear as a reminder that he had been burned by his goddess, and not just by the flames of the Godhammer. Sagani experienced the 4 months of her journey back to Masuk in vivid colors. She strove to memorize every moment of her final trip through the Deerwood, Erglonfoth, the Valian Republics, and beyond, preparing to tell her village of what she had seen on her long journey.
There's like 2 more
All of
guys,
the
I
Sith
think.
shared in her triumph, and she felt her pride and elation magnified by the joy of her village. Never again did she doubt the value of her sacrifices. After decades as a long hunter, Sagani finally became one of Masuk's most respected elders. She guided her community with wise counsel, and a generation after she finally passed, another huntress journeyed into the world to find her soul.
Mhm.
For you, the death of Thaos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence to the whispers of the past. In their absence, you were able to sleep. The questions of a distant lifetime ceased to trouble your soul. All that remained was what to make of the answer.
So we're
But
not
at the
longer a
moment,
watcher.
There was little to be done, and the matter would have to wait. A long journey loomed ahead.
Yeah, this is like the credits, like epilogue, what happens after we finish the story. They didn't speak about 2 guys still. There was that hero vase dude, the druid like thing, and the naked guy. What was his name? I don't remember. It's like Zhao, something weird. Naked monk. All right, cool. So we finished it. Like speed this up. Look at that, 32 times. Well, maybe there'll be something after this. All right, cool. So, finish another game. Man, this was such a long journey. I should check when I started this. I think it was more than half a year. I don't think I'm ever gonna be playing anything like this on camera ever again. Not because I didn't enjoy it, but it just takes so much time. And I'm still gonna play these types of games, but probably... I didn't talk about the Fox either, that's true. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna play these, but by myself. Like there's a second one after this, there's a sequel to this thing, but I'm not gonna just spend another 100 hours, or how much long did this take. Alright, so that's it, it's done. Alright. Dead Space Remake has option to speed up credits, more games should have this feature. Yeah, it's not bad, I mean, it's a good thing. It's easy to implement, why not do that? I usually just skip the credits, but yeah, cool. Alright, let's exit this. So yeah, as I was saying, there is like another game after this, Deadfire, and I would like to play this because I'm interested, but I'm definitely not gonna record it. I'm just gonna play it by myself. See, it looks pretty nice. And also, there is another game I heard about. Look at this. This is the same world, but it's like a first person. Oh yeah, it's first person thing in the same world. This is not that well regarded, I think. It's not bad, but you see, 3.5 stars. But yeah, this is something I probably would play as well, but by myself, just see it. I don't know. We'll see. Are you playing any games right now, guys? Do you have anything that you have like in you know, you're currently going through a game or something, or not really? Because I was thinking about it, and I am currently playing so many games at once. Like here's my games here on the side. Okay. So these three things are nothing. This is just for a local co-op for with friends or family or something. So that's not really important. Evil Within 1. Ah, great, I bought it recently. I want to get into that as well. I have different plans for now, but I'm gonna get into it as well. Yeah, this is something I already finished, so I'm gonna delete this. That's nothing. I'm playing Doom: The Dark Ages. This is gonna go out as well. Gonna delete that. Just installed Amnesia: The Bunker. Oh, and have you played the previous ones? All of the other ones? The Machine for Pigs and the Rebirth? So we're playing horror games, both of you. Damn. Right, so I'm playing Doom: The Dark Ages. I'm playing Dragon Age right now. I'm playing Guild Wars here and there. And I want to start playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's a replay. And I'm playing this thing. So I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4 games. And I'm about to start the 5th one. I'm about to start Plague Tale after this. So that's 6. And Subnautica on stream. So that's 7. I'm going to be playing 7 games at once. That just seems crazy. 7 at once. Ridiculous. I should think a little bit more maybe on how I'm spending my time here. That just doesn't seem healthy. Like my mind must be all around the place, playing so many different things at once. Played Doom 2016 on Nightmare. Oh, cool. That's a decision. I'm playing Dark Ages on Ultra Violence, I think. It's like the second... I mean, it was the highest difficulty before it said something weirdly crazy about it. I'm not gonna start it up. But yeah, this is a great game though, Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm having a fun with it. Alright, yeah, lots of stuff to play. So yeah, from Wednesday, I'm gonna be playing Subnautica Below Zero on stream. Below Zero. Don't know if you guys played it, but I'm excited for it. Heard they changed name for difficulty. I'm Too Young to Die. Not sure what the other names for those were. Don't remember. There's penguins. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna start playing. Starting next Wednesday, and I'm gonna be playing it on Wednesday and Sunday as well. So it goes faster than, you know, Yeah, I'm just spoiling myself. Let's stop watching. Let's stop looking at this. No need to look through this. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be starting, and yeah, looking forward to it. Gonna download it, and we'll see. Um, yeah, excited for that. I'm so happy that I finished Pillars of Eternity. Not that I didn't enjoy it; it was just so long. Let me check it out. If I just go here, videos. Let's check the playlists, and this one. So the first one, September 8th. So yeah, that's 8 months. 8 months. God, it's so long. All right. Been waiting for Subnautica to go on sale. Haven't played it yet. I played the first one on stream, and I finished it. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna play some other games on stream for now, and then I'm gonna jump into Subnautica Below Zero, the sequel of it. I didn't expect to be playing the game I chose for half a year, more than half a year, and it's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm never doing that again. Not playing long ass games like this. How many hours? I don't know. Can I check it somewhere? I don't think. Maybe it should maybe say how much time this whole playlist has. I don't know where, honestly. Probably a long time. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. It's 27 parts. Let's say in average like 3 hours apart. So that would be 30 times 3. Let's say 90 hours. Yeah, I can see the hours on each one of these. Oh, on Steam you can see the hours. That's right. You're right. You're right. Let's check. Let's check. 83 hours. Yeah, so yeah, it's too long. So if I'm ever gonna be playing this one, I'm not streaming it. I'm not recording it. I think I'm just gonna enjoy it much more by myself. Not really more, but it just makes more sense. So also I have other games I want to play in this type of like Baldur's Gate 3. I want to finish this, and I didn't try. I didn't finish it because I thought, well, I'm streaming now. I'm recording now. I'm just gonna stream it. But it's the same type of game. It's too long. There's just so much to do, so much to read, to check, and everything. It just doesn't make sense. I'm probably gonna play it alone. Like what I'm doing right now is I'm playing this game, Dragon Age Veilguard, and the issue I had with this is that this is a 4th game in the franchise. I played the first 3 games many times. I enjoyed them so much, and I'm like, oh man, that scared the crap out of me. Why was it that loud? All right, and I wanted to record this, and this is a long one as well. There's a lot of text, a lot of speaking, companions talking, blah blah blah, and the reviews are mixed. Like people don't like the game for some reason. I like it. To me, it's a lot of fun. I like it. So, and I have many thoughts about the game because I enjoy it, and I was recording bit by bit while I'm playing it, just recording the gameplay, and I was thinking of doing maybe some rant about the games I play by myself. Maybe edit the footage from as I was playing it and just speak about it a little bit. We'll see if that works out somehow. Like some up to 10 minutes videos, just talking about games I play by myself. I think that could be fun. Anyway, just wanted to share that. All right. And yeah, I'm gonna download the Subnautica game. I'll be happy if you come by on Wednesday when I start. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm pretty happy that this took like 2 hours today. That's kind of how I was expecting it. And I'm gonna finish this today. So see you on Wednesday. Gonna be playing the same game twice a week. So it's gonna go by fast. And hope you tune in. So enjoy the rest of the week, rest of the Sunday, and I'll see you later then. So Thanks for stopping by, and bye.